Sometimes puzzles are stories. What's this story?
Although Nicolas Cage doesn't appear in National Treasure: Edge of History Season 1, his character Benjamin Gates is alluded to in the first 2 episodes. Naturally, Gates was the protagonist of the National Treasure films. In 2004's National Treasure, Ben stole the Declaration of Independence to locate the Templar treasure, and in 2007's National Treasure, Book of Secrets, Gates abducted the president to locate the lost city of gold. In the same world as the movies, National Treasure: Edge of History follows up 15 years after Book of Secrets. The main character of the Disney Plus TV show is a dreamer named Jess Valenzuela, whose family heirloom contains information about Montezuma's riches. In typical Benjamin Gates flair, Jess and her companions Tasha, Oren, Ethan, and Liam transform into a squad of treasure hunters. But Billy Pierce is also after Montezuma's reward. Other well-known characters from the National Treasure movies also appear, notably Justin Bartha, who subsequently appears in Edge of History Season 1 as Gates' sidekick Riley Poole. Nicolas Cage alone. Mr. Ben Gates Episodes 1 and 2 of National Treasure: Edge of History contain Easter eggs. In the first 2 episodes of National Treasure: Edge of History, Benjamin Gates is never seen nor mentioned by name, but clever allusions to him are obvious. The same FBI agent who detained and made friends with Gates in the movies, Peter Sadusky, is sought after by Jess in the first episode of Edge of History: I'm a Ghost. Jess' aptitude at riddles and tenacity excites Sadusky, who adds that he knows somebody like her in the form of Gates. Peter continues by explicitly quoting Gates from National Treasure: I've met folks like him before, men who went against the grain to follow their moral convictions. After Billy abducts Oren in National Treasure: Edge of History Episode 2, The Treasure Map, Jess and Tasha contact the FBI. Agent Ross believes their outrageous tale and blatantly false identities are a joke, but later becomes curious and looks into Agent Sadusky's file. Ross discovers reports regarding the events of National Treasure that have been suppressed there. Later, Ross tells Agent Hendricks that Sadusky arrested the guy who stole the Declaration of Independence, not realizing that Hendricks had previously collaborated with Sadusky on the National Treasure films. Will Nicolas Cage's Benjamin Gates appear in National Treasure: Edge of History? Although it is regrettable that Nicolas Cage will not return as Benjamin Gates in Season 1 of National Treasure: Edge of History, there is optimism that Cage may agree to appear as a guest star in Season 2. Naturally, this depends on Disney Plus' success with National Treasure: Edge of History as a series. Diane Kruger, who played Abigail Chase in Edge of History, will also not be appearing. Riley Poole, Agent Peter Sadusky, and Agent Hendricks are present in the first season of Edge of History, proving that the show and the movies take place in the same world. Sadly, the first episode of National Treasure: Edge of History ends with the death of Peter Sadusky, who had dementia. Whether Peter has a funeral so that Riley and other characters who knew him in the films attend remains to be seen. Meanwhile, National Treasure: Edge of History's showrunners are Cormac and Marion Wibberley, who wrote the National Treasure movies, so the characters, puzzles, and treasure hunts are consistent. They may not have met in National Treasure: Edge of History, but Jess' ingenuity and relentlessness are already proving to be a match for Benjamin Gates. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and give us a like.